Get those brackets ready, Paul, because March Madness tips off tomorrow. During the next 3 weeks, the best 68 teams in the country are going to battle for a trip to the Final Four and then, of course, the national championship in Houston, Texas. But this morning, millions of people will begin filling these out, their tournament brackets. And joining us is Playing the Game contributor Paul Crane, who has covered dozens of NCAA tournaments in his career. Thanks for coming on here, Paul. So let's just start with the basics here, because this can be a little bit overwhelming if you don't follow basketball or even sports. You know, you don't know anything about the teams. You can't even pick out a player.
That doesn't matter in this case.
So what are things to keep in mind when you're filling out one of these things?
Well, don't worry about having a lot of crossouts. The odds of filling out a perfect bracket, you have better odds of being hit by two different lightning bolts while winning the lottery than you do of having a perfect bracket. The odds are 1 in 9.2 quintillion.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Exactly. So don't worry about crossouts. But of course, there will be a bunch of upsets. Thursday and Friday are two of the greatest days in American sports.
So let's talk about the brackets themselves. Notable omissions of the Blue Bloods, like the Dukes in North Carolina.
Well, Duke is in, but North Carolina is the first preseason #1 to not make the NCAA tournament.
But I guess not ranked so high. So who do we have here as far as the top
when you
seeds?
take a look at the 4 1 seeds, it's actually good when you're filling out your bracket to make sure you have 1 or 2 of these 1 seeds that are in your Final Four. The overall #1 seed is Alabama out of the South. You see Houston, Kansas, which won it all a year ago, and Purdue. The 2 seeds, by the way, are Arizona, Texas, UCLA, and Marquette. And when it comes to the 1 seeds, only one time since the field expanded in 1985 have all 4 1 seeds made it. 0 1 seeds, that's happened twice. So don't go all chalk, as we say, but you should probably pick 1 or 2 of your
That's what I was going to ask you. So you definitely want to have 1, maybe 2 of those guys, if not more, getting in there.
Because you don't want your bracket to blow up too early.
Right. Let's talk about the secret to a successful bracket is, of course, picking a few upsets.
Upsets, yes.
I always go for that 12 versus 5 because for whatever reason, that's like the big upset historically.
12 versus 5 has happened. A 12 has beaten a 5 19 times since 2010. And 6 times in the last 12 tournaments, at least 2 #12 seeds have beaten #5. So here they are, San Diego State against the College of Charleston. I like the College of Charleston. You've got #5 Miami against Drake, a very good team, but a tough draw for them. VCU, that's another #12 I like, against St. Mary's out of the West Coast Conference. And Oral Roberts, another very good team. They won a couple of years ago as a 15 seed, and they've got some of those guys back, but they've got a tough draw because there's Duke as a #5 seed.
Okay, and to be clear here, this thing kicks off tomorrow with my alma mater, SEMO. Go Red Hawks. But this thing really doesn't pick up until Thursday. So people have got plenty of time to fill these things out. 4 playing games, and then the big dance, the 64, that gets really ramped up on Thursday.
Thursday and Friday, big time. That's where you're going to see all these upsets. And then, of course, you get into the second round on the weekend. Very few of these super upset teams, the double-digit seeds, make it past the first weekend, even if they get a big upset, and no one has ever won a game in the Final Four. So again, pick your upsets, go 5-12, then make sure you have some 1s and have a good time with it.
Or just pick the team with the cooler jersey, right?
Yes, there you go.
Right?
Team color, favorite nickname, it's as good as any other way on the first weekend.
All right, we'll be right back.